What's up, everybody? Moped here from Eat, Sleep, Mix, Repeat, and today we're going to be talking about some creams. So the first cream I have for you guys, so I just picked some of my favorite ones. There's a lot that are on my wish list right now that I still need to get. So most of the creams I've used are, TFA, Cappella, Flavor Art. So I'm hoping to pick up some of the Flavora creams soon. I heard they're really good, but these are definitely, especially if you're a new mixer and you don't have much of a flavor stash yet, these are all definitely good creams to get early on. I use them all the time, like constantly, almost, all my recipes have some kind of cream element to them. So the first one I want to talk about, and probably the most common, is Cappella Vanilla Custard V1. And Cappella Vanilla Custard V1 is just an awesome flavor. It has so many uses. You can just use it as a custard and then add things to it. You can vape it by itself. You just find a lot of uses for it. Anything you want, like in a pudding, or just if you want this like nice, thick, sweet cream note in your recipe, Cappella Vanilla Custard is a good way to go. You're going to pick up, obviously, some vanilla notes to it. It's got this really nice egginess to it. Like you'll get this like really thick egginess to it. It adds a lot of mouthfeel. That's probably one of the reasons it's used so much, is for the mouthfeel. You get this nice full vape out of it. And it's just a great flavoring. This is definitely one of the first ones you should pick up. And then the next one I want to talk about is Cappella Vanilla Bean Ice Cream. I did an article not too long ago comparing Cappella Vanilla Bean Ice Cream to TFA Vanilla Bean Ice Cream, and this is by far my winner. I don't know, there's just like a lot of weird off notes, and TFA Vanilla Bean Ice Cream is a little thinner, and I just don't like it as much as Cappella Vanilla Bean Ice Cream. Cappella Vanilla Bean Ice Cream, it's a lot thicker. It kind of like the vanilla custard. It's got this really nice thick mouthfeel. You don't get the egginess from this. You get more dairy notes. So that's where kind of the difference would be between vanilla custard and vanilla bean ice cream. Is, do you want more of that egginess? Like that more like custard, like pudding type cream, or do you want more like a dairy, like ice cream or like whipped cream or something like that? Then you're going to go more towards the vanilla bean ice cream. It's got nice dairy notes in it. It's got a nice vanilla notes in it. I use it as an ice cream. I use it sometimes as like kind of a milk if I'm doing something really sweet. I like to mix it with my coffees and make like a latte. No, not like, well, you probably could mix it with your real coffee, but I'm talking about coffee concentrates. Say I want to make like a latte recipe, this is definitely, I usually do this and like Flavor Art Vienna cream. They mix very well together. Great recipe to have, or great flavoring to have on you. The next one I want to talk about is one I've almost used too much and I had to kind of back off of it lately, but TFA Bavarian Cream. This is a really interesting one. It's got decent mouthfeel. It's not quite as thick as like the Cappella, the vanilla custard, and Vbic. It's a little bit thinner than that, but it's still nice and thick. It's really great with fruits. Like, this is just an awesome bridge for fruits. Like if you want to do any kind of fruit and cream or anything like that, or you just want to like kind of spice up any kind of cream, a little bit of this goes in very nicely. It's got like a little bit of a vanilla taste to it, a little different, maybe slightly on the caramel side. I'm not very good at always like describing flavor notes, but it's really interesting. It's very useful. Definitely one to go pick up. TFA Bavarian Cream. So the next one I want to talk about is Flavor Art Marshmallow. I don't have TFA Marshmallow on me, but this is the one I've been using. Is by Flavor Art, and so what I'll use this for is when I just want to like lighten up a recipe. Like I kind of want to add some creaminess to it, but I don't want it to be super noticeable. So maybe like if I do want to do, like if I'm doing a fruit recipe and I don't necessarily want it to be like a fruit and cream, but I need something to kind of bridge it and round it out, Flavor Art Marshmallow is a good one. So it just adds a little bit of sweetness, and it just kind of fluffs up your recipes a little bit. Good flavoring to have. So the next one I want to talk about is Flavor Art Fresh Cream. Flavor Art Fresh Cream is kind of similar to Marshmallow, except it doesn't have the sweetness to it. It really doesn't have flavor to it almost at all. It's almost like completely for mouthfeel. And so using this at very low percentages will just will just help with mouthfeel. It'll just give you creaminess to your recipe without adding any kind of off notes or adding any other kind of flavorings. Or maybe you have a recipe that's nice and balanced, but you're just, maybe the creams aren't doing enough for it. You're okay, like, I don't want to mess with the flavor, but I do want to add a little bit more creaminess. Just a small amount, like 1% or even under than that, of fresh cream will do that for you. It's a great milk base. A lot of people use it as a milk. This and probably Flavor Art Meringue go together to make a nice milk. You don't want to use too much though. Especially if you go over like 2% or even sometimes add 2%, you'll just muddle your recipes, and you'll just notice it'll just taste like you just dropped all your percentages in half or something. It's really weird. So it tends just to kind of mask other flavorings. So then the next one we have is Flavor Art Meringue. Flavor Art Meringue, I am almost out, is a flavoring I use very often. It has a nice creaminess to it. It's kind of like, alright, if you ever had a meringue pie and then on the top it's like a little baked, so there's this little kind of crust to it, and that's what Flavor Art Meringue gives you. It gives you that little bit. It's almost like a almond notes to it, very light, and it can also be kind of morphed into, like I said, you could use it with fresh cream to make kind of a milk base, because you can kind of morph it into kind of a dairy notes. It really goes good in almost everything. There's not very many places I found that it doesn't work. So I just throw it into a lot of stuff. It's just really good in your pies. Really good mixing with your other creams. It's really good in your cereals. Just, there's not very many things that won't benefit from it. So another one you want to use kind of low. It's, you can use like 2% and under, maybe like 3% if you really want it to stick out, if you're doing like a lemon meringue or something like that. So, and then the last one I want to talk about is Flavor Art Vienna Cream. Flavor Art Vienna Cream is an awesome flavoring. It's like a nice vanilla cream, almost like a frosting, but kind of like a froth frosting maybe. It's kind of like it's very, it's got creaminess to it. It'll help you with your mouthfeel in your recipe. A lot of times I'll just use this, like, if I don't want to use like vanilla custard or vanilla bean ice cream, then I'll shoot for this. Maybe if I don't want, it's not quite as upfront as those flavors are, and the vanilla's not quite as heavy in it, so the vanilla's a little easier to mask. Or if you just don't want quite an upfront vanilla, Vienna cream is just a great flavoring to go to. Highly recommend picking this one up. It's another one like almost out of. I use it pretty often. So yeah, those are the main creams I use right now. My next kind of journey is to check out some of the Flavora creams, and then I'll shoot back to you on that. I'm also very into yogurts, but I didn't put any of them in my video right now because first I need to order some more of them, and I want to do a whole video dedicated to yogurts because I really like yogurts. They kind of had a little following a couple years ago, and then it died off pretty quick. Just things come and go around in this community, and yeah, I never really like strayed away from it. I love yogurts, so hopefully you'll be expecting a video on yogurts soon. But until next time, go join the Facebook group, go check out the website, go sub to John's channel, go sub to Fresh's channel. If you guys followed John's channel, we did the first mix cast, and we got Fresh on there, and he was awesome. That was a lot of fun, man. He's a really cool guy. And then even with the technical difficulties, I think we talked for another like half an hour after the broadcast went out, and I really wish we could have got it broadcasted, because we had a lot of great conversations, talked a lot about flavorings. He has a lot of good knowledge, and he's very passionate. So go check out his stuff too. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have for you guys today. Alright, take it easy.